game we have coming up here. A top 10 team perhaps walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome, everyone, to Morgantown, West Virginia, home to the West Virginia Mountaineers. The Mountaineers will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Kansas Jayhawks offense will go on the attack first. And it's often said quarterback is the most high-profile position in sports, and when you have a guy like this, how could it not be?
Yeah, he's the guy that the defense is going to be keying on. They've had all week long to watch film to get ready for him, but David, when you have his kind of athletic ability and his kind of arm talent, he is so difficult to stop.
Yeah, you can have all week, you can have all season. This guy is so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They trust him. They know what he brings to the table. This offense revolves around what he can do.
Back to pass. It's Bolden. Makes the catch. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle, and what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll pull it down. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could. The Jayhawks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Takes the handoff. It's Stewart. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
Now the play fake. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever work out great.
And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Bush. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And the Mountaineers will call on their punt team. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. All the way back to the 15. The Kansas offense returns to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this.
It's a seam wide open. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And Jesse turning it on. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking for a man. It's Bowling. Fires to the middle. Touchdown, Jayhawks. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, we have a winner in the battle for Paul Bunyan's axe, and they've already started chopping at the goalposts. Minnesota looked less like a pack of gophers and more like a group of road warriors in a solid victory. This team almost always plays tough in front of its home fans, and today they found a way outside of Huntington Bank Stadium. We'll see a lot of games this week, but few will have as much of an impact on the Big Ten standings as this one does, gentlemen.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top. Got it in the middle. It's late. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Quarterback on the keeper. Brings into the open. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. We've reached the break, and Kansas has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Gonna run it. It's late. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy to the ground.
He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31 and a big pickup on that one.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened, Bob.
Looking for the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one will be a 40-yard try from the left hash. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it out. It's Thurman. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Looking for a crease. It's Stewart. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Got room in the 35. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
To throw, it's Foley. He wants to go deep. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. So now it's 2nd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, good call by the defense there. They dialed up blitz into that running play, and the linebacker able to make the stop.
You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. Oh, he's got some space. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the 1st down.
Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the Jayhawks have it with a 1st and goal. Trying to power it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown!
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
He'll try to tack on one more. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. They put together an 81-yard drive, and they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Coming out with it, it's Pryor. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. Lets it fly on the move. Makes the catch on the left. Here he goes. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, and that's simple, but it's not easy. It's a go route. Like that receiver's streaking straight down the outside of the field, and my job as a quarterback is to put that ball up in the air, keep it away from the safety. He does just that. Receiver comes down with the catch. Nice pitch, nice catch, touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And with the extra point, they cut the lead to 14-10. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown just like that. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Back and forth we go on these last couple of drives, David. Everybody moving the ball.
Man, these offenses are in a rhythm. Everything they're doing right now is working, a lot of scoring. This puts a lot more pressure on your offense, Palmer, when you walk on the field.
And at this point, too, David, which defense can break serve, right? Who can get a stop? That's what it feels like is going to be the determining factor in this game.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield, it's Boley. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Mountaineers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, Texas and Texas A&M share a state and a recruiting base and a conference, not to mention one of the best rivalries in college football. Texas A&M rolled to victory, flexing an offensive muscle that almost reminded folks of the record-setting days of Johnny Football and Mike Evans. Gig 'em Aggies indeed. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Got a man. It's Ball. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Third down coming in the Morgantown faithful, making it tough on this big play. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. And here's the third.
Where was my wide receiver going?
He's down at the 23-yard line. It's a first down, and they've got to show this urgency.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. And the Mountaineers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. In the red area, it's Lay. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Under fire. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lay. They knock him down right at the 20-yard line. Not enough for the first down, but maybe they'll keep the offense on the field. They'll immediately call timeout. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Defense calls the timeout, trying to build up the nerves with this kicker. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. Absolutely perfect. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
And that's a really good response by this defense. Their offense throws an interception, puts them in bad field position. They respond with a stop, force a field goal. Yeah, they got 3 points, but great job by this defense.
And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Can't quite.
Are you kidding me? What was that?
I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
Fuck's sakes. You gotta be kidding
Running
me.
out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Makes the grab. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Looking to throw, it's Boley. Boy, was he well protected. Finally lets one go to the left. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Morgantown, sign me up for another half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They had this lead to
Yep.
start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done.
Oh, that's right.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm.
There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
And this is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. Leaves it with the running back. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. The Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, running back gets the
And he
give.
pushes him over the fucking line. Why?
All down, but he has
What
to
is that?
move the chains.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom. I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
Offense gets set for second down. From the gun, the running back has it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
And they'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. And very important, not only to generate power, but to find his mark.
You never do.
Try from the left.
I'll tell you, man, this kid has NFL-type leg strength. He just booted that into the wind, and that was no problem.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right at the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. The Jayhawks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking for a man. It's Boley.
Oh, come on. Jesus.
Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw
You gotta
them
be
out of
kidding
rhythm.
me.
You can feel the Mountaineer spirit rising, reverberating across the field on this big 3rd down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Might as well give it to him again. He has the first and still on his feet. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. Looking to throw on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
Well, that's great timing by the quarterback and receiver on that out route. If you're going to be running that against man coverage like they were there, that ball has to be thrown early, and it's got to be thrown out in front of the receiver, and they execute it perfectly.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quick strike complete. Turning it on. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Come on.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
As a quarterback, you just have to know where you are in the field. It's one thing to hold on to the ball, and it's one thing to take a sack, but you cannot keep retreating and retreating going backwards like that.
And the Jayhawks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll try the run. And he runs it all the way down to the 3-yard line before he's finally knocked down.
Well, the defense may have been caught off guard a little bit on that play. It was 2nd and long. They weren't expecting the run. So now we've got 3rd and manageable, and they've got to be wondering to themselves, is this offense going to try to run the ball again here?
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Kansas.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Brown will throw it. Safe completion on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
Man, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Mountaineers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away.
Jesus Christ, that big boy can move. Holy shit.
We've reached the end of the period. It's West Virginia on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Using his legs, it's ball.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. Brings into the open.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Jayhawks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Jayhawks look to keep this drive humming. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the first down. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
The Jayhawks will snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the back. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk. They move on top here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players. They're up by 18 over Auburn. Week in and week out in the SEC, it's a battle of attrition, and if anything big changes, you'll hear about it here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. You'll keep it.
Holy son of a bitch.
Jukes his way for more. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding second and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the third down and short.
They'll try to sneak it.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak.
Oh
He's
my
just not
God.
doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just
Can't believe they
running
didn't give that
himself
to
into
him.
a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Secures it at the 30. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and
Oh, he's got some space. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They'll run it to keep the clock moving. Got the first down and more. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll give it to the back. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You could see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll leave it with him. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut, right at you. They're not going to throw the football in this situation. Time to be more physical and get this big stop.
You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal.
Well, 2 things you're thinking about here offensively is, 1, you want to take as much time off the clock. But 2, you really want to score another touchdown to make this a 2-possession game. You could almost ice it if you can find a way to get in the end zone here. Just take your time. Don't snap it too quickly.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Jayhawks. The lead keeps growing, and so do the accomplishments. Moments away from a perfect regular season at 12-0.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a 2-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. With the catch, it's Bush. At the 35, he's loose.
He's going to hit the cross.
Him out of bounds. Mark it down
Damn
at
it.
the 38, and this offense might have something going. You open a drive like that, and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. Brown wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Bargava. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Back to pass. Here comes the heat. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. They'll try to get the first through the air. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on third down. Fourth down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He's taking a deep shot late in the game. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love when you describe my teams like that. Just consistent, methodical, strong. I don't have to do things special every single week. All I'm supposed to do is get the W, and that's what they did.
And this is why practice